Hello, welcome to another episode of Daily Market Mastery with me, Christian Rauchenwald, on this Autumny Tuesday. I hope you all had a great week so far, starting a new trading week. As always, before we jump into it, let's get the usual disclaimer out of the way first. Everything that I share in this live stream / video is my personal opinion and in no way financial or professional advice of any kind. You should always do your own research, consult certified professionals, draw your own conclusions, and make your own decisions. And besides that, all the tools that I'm using, so the broker, the charting software, the strategy I'm following, and so on, are all linked in the video description down below. And the one thing I recommend if you're here for the first time is check out the Elliott Wave principle, which you can read online for free when you're using the link down below, or you can use the same link to get yourself a physical copy. Now, one thing that's different today, we don't have the YouTube chat overlays because somehow in my Creator Studio, the YouTube chat is not working. I see the chat on another screen. I actually have to change that, yeah. So if you write something, although it's not as prominent that it usually is, so which means I might miss a message or two. However, on the other side, I finally managed to reduce the latency of the stream to ultra low, which means the delay between when I'm actually saying something and when you see it should be lower, which means interacting with the chat should be faster if I actually manage to see the chat. So that's the other issue here. Now let's switch here. Yesterday, we started break even and finished slightly green. Today, we're starting slightly green. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, let's start by taking a look at Intel, what happened there. So we have there the put options for this week, although we only have like, what was it, $23, $22.60 risk here, so not the end of the world. So we'll start with Intel. And we might still be, so not much changed here on the 8-hour chart. We might still be proven right. It's still, so like technically my assumption was originally that our wave B ends here and we'll get a wave C, which would then end perfectly here. However, we had then this push up yesterday, which makes it possible that we're looking at something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in which case we would go down only a little and then we go up further. We probably just hold the put options. I know they expire on Friday, so we probably will not get where we want to go, but the money spent, so the $23 and a couple cents, so are really not worth to yeah, like get too upset about if I'm wrong here, or it looks like I'm wrong here. So, but yeah, so talking about being wrong. And now on the other hand, however, slightly faster than expected, but we're gonna jump ahead today. The Nasdaq yesterday rallied and actually is still, let's double check local data, 14th. Looks like we're missing some data here. Clear. Oh, it's because it's official. Yeah, of course we don't have overnight data here. Yeah, so still, let's reset that. So yeah, it rallied and opened higher, and yeah, there's still a little bit of room. With the naked eye, I mean, we can see that we have something like 1, 2, 1, 2, and then maybe here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we might get a small correction. I mean, we might open, no, we probably open sideways or so. I didn't check how the pre-market looks like, but probably open sideways and then get a little lower, and then we get another push up. So we're still on track, and there's still a couple hundred points to go to reach the target area that we have defined here. But overall, it's like on track so far. And NVIDIA actually, yeah, did something similar, and basically, where do we have 14th here, finished with a new all-time high. Yeah, so confirming or getting us closer to this target area. However, it also looks like we bounced a little bit here. It's going to be tricky to label this part, so because it's not a clean cut, obvious 1, 2, 3, 4, but I think we'll get another push up here and we'll touch the 142, and which would make, yeah, maybe even the 144 mark, which would then mark a reasonable point for the next corrective move. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Now, GameStop has been moving up a little bit lately, or not lately, but yesterday. So we went a little bit up. We still, unfortunately, don't have a strong enough move to confirm the patterns either way, either that confirmation that the correction ended here and we're now in an upwards impulse, or that the correction hasn't finished yet and we are going to go down here first into the area 15, or option number 3, that while we are looking at some upwards movement, we still have a wave C downwards to come here, down to the $18 mark. So either way, like we're waiting for yeah, like what's that, like 20% move up, 20% move down to confirm which is a substantial move, I get that, but to confirm like which of the patterns is valid. Long-term, however, it doesn't really matter because long-term, I think the pattern is still bullish, and we're gonna stick with that. Now, moving on, again, I'm having to check. Maybe the chat is not working at all today, so that's also an option, so I'm really not sure. Probably would have to switch that to live chat instead of top chat or so. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, so BNet, Barnes & Noble Education. Yeah, not much happened on the 8-hour chart, so we're still waiting for the upwards movement. We hit the price target that we defined already weeks, or not weeks, but at least last week, so or maybe even 2 weeks ago already. That pointed us towards this overlapping area. We had our entry here. We added some shares manually here as well. Now we're waiting for the strong enough upwards movement to confirm that indeed we finished the correction here. So, but probably still going to take a couple of days for this to happen. And yeah, then moving on, immersion. Yeah, I think we still can expect another push down to make this a 5-wave move, unless it's, I mean, we're going down here, but that doesn't check. So that 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then still here seems to be a move missing in my opinion. So I wouldn't be surprised if we still get another push down a little bit lower after being proven wrong here on the 100% expansion level that we broke here. But again, daily chart, so gonna take a week or two to show us what is what. Will we get that push or will we move up? Or am I completely wrong with my assumptions here on immersion? Intel we already covered. No is now at the 20-cent mark. Now comes the time where we actually will have to remove the ticker. And come on, my camera is blocking. No labs, yeah, that's what we want. So please give me a chart for no labs. That's annoying. Annoying, yeah. As far as I recall, we should be in wave 5 down. So let's do it this way. I think there's still more downwards movement. So if we, it's exactly the other way around here. So it looks like we have a 1, 2. Now we're getting wave 3 and 3, maybe not even finished yet. Then we will get a wave 4 and then we will get a wave 5. So while we are right now at the 20-cent mark, I think we're from what I recall, I think the forecast was in the 5-cent area. But hopefully we'll get to enjoy the charts here again in the near future to actually objectively. Hi Olga, great to have you here. Sorry, the chat is today not working properly, so I have to look on the other device there to hopefully, or to see parts of it. Actually, I might be able to see it on my phone somewhere or not. Like, yeah, or not. Like, no, I don't see it on my phone. Quite stupid. I just see other video recommendations below. But yeah, I see it on the other screen there. Yeah, so yeah. So no, I think we'll get further push down. And from what I recall, the last time we had a working chart, which is probably already a month ago, the forecast would be the 5-cent area as a potential finish line. But yeah, like we'll need a working chart. I'll put it on my list, but I really have too many other things on it there right now to promise anything in terms of how fast I'll get to do it. Costs, yeah, still same thing. We're waiting for a little bit of a substantial move up or a break of the 50% retracement level. So far, it looks like the 50% retracement level here marks the end of the correction in a three-wave move. And this is then somehow the next 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, like I don't know, like what that's supposed to be. So part of wave 4 as a combinative corrective pattern or so, like really, honestly, no idea. But so far, I tend to see the upside here more than a potential downside. And there we had a reverse split from the looks of it there. Yeah. But that doesn't look like it marks the bottom either. Yeah, so we're still gonna stay out of this one, or I think we're out of it. Yeah, maxing, we got out. Yeah, when it broke or invalidated the assumed pattern. Neo, okay, dropping further. So the assumption that this is ABC is falling flat, which makes this as we have here, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, finishing on the 538.2, 561.8 extension level. And now right now, wave 4 already goes below the 38.2 retracement, which means we probably get a bigger correction. Now, what would we need here? First, we need an extension. Okay, tricky. That would be 1, 2, then 3. Well, let's add the extension again. 3 could technically be finished here, 4 and 5. So let's work on that assumption for right now. If we then assume, as said, that this is 3, 4, and 5, then we also reach the minimum target for the 5th wave, although it might not be complete yet, because again, we would need to fit another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here. So it's possible that from here we now form an upwards movement for wave A, wave B, and then we get wave C. It's possible that we only correct a small part here, get another push down, potentially as far as the 61.8 retracement, and then we see a wave B. However, then our wave C would take us at least to the 78.6 retracement. Yeah, so either way, still no time to enter, in my opinion. So we got out nicely, even though it was only also a small position. So that's about NEO. SMCI, yeah, unchanged, still a little bit upwards movement, but we still have two options here because we only retraced 21.4%. So I'm not that happy with the assumption that the correction might be over here, and assume that we might only be looking at part of the correction before we actually retrace more. Wheeler, do we have any movement here? No, slightly down, so still no strong confirmation either way. It's tricky on the smaller scale. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which makes this some kind of corrective pattern that already retraced 78.6%, which makes it relatively likely that this is the next impulsive move up. On the other hand, when we look at the bigger picture, we are clearly, and use some old-fashioned methods, we clearly are in this downward channel right now. And so I probably would not hurry to jump in right now, let's say it like this. So while there is the chance that this is a 5-wave impulse because it looks like one, and the correction is finished here, and we're forming the next upwards move, I probably would only enter if or when we break the channel to the top. So far, this could still be, since we are potentially correcting this entire thing here, this could still be some really weird 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we get our corrective upwards move. and then we get another 5 wave push down to overall correct into this area, okay, then it would actually be different. So yeah, so that we don't need anymore. That's yeah. So yeah, if we break the channel to the top, potentially worth an entry, but stop loss would need to be here, so we would have at least 50% risk. But I see the option that again, like this turns into only a part of the correction, but drawn out in some way. So yeah, good to not be in there right now. Now we already covered the Nasdaq. Now that it's open, yeah, 14 somehow. Please give me up-to-date data. No up-to-date data. Is it so hard? Yeah, like it's a little bit tricky when you always have to double and triple check that everything is working and loading and whatnot. Yeah, okay, remove tickers, search icon. That should actually be the right ticker. So why no data? Am I missing something? Is today a trading holiday? What do we have? We have the 15th of October. No, there's no holidays, so no holidays till November. Then I don't know why I'm not getting the data here. Yeah, like unfortunately I don't have the nerve or time to look into it right now. Do we have the Nasdaq here? Yes, we have. So although the charts in Interactive Broker are a pain in the ass. Come on. Hourly candle. So yeah, we reached our high here, gap or went down. Now we're a little bit up. So it's possible. It's possible. So overall, the pattern that we have on the chart still shows room upwards. But short term, we can see that it's possible that we just finished basically 3, 4. No, even then. So that's a strong move up. Should be wave 3. That should be wave 4, and then means there's still a little bit room for, unless wave 4 is not finished, and that is like A, B, C. So yeah, but there is still room up. So while I'm gonna stay out of it, I think like even entering right now, I mean, not with leverage or so, because we could go down here a little bit further because to finish an ABC move, so a corrective move, but then we should go up anyway. So if it's unleveraged, then one can have the stop loss at least here at the bottom, ideally even further down here, which is obviously quite a distance, I admit that. But to basically, no matter how that corrective pattern plays out, to have enough wiggle room to not get stopped out, then I think one could enter right now still. And SPY actually reached the area that we expected. So we touched the 238.2 expansion level to finish what we think is wave 1, wave 2, and now wave 3. And also here, again, exceeded the, as I mentioned yesterday, it has to exceed the 100% level here for wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th wave is an extended wave. And which means potentially right now might be the time to buy puts, buy, then yeah, question is how far would we go down? So we would be retracing 1, 2. We would be basically potentially retracing. I'm gonna have to remove a few things. Yeah, so potentially we're retracing from here to here this entire move, which means 577.75. Just a second. Where is it? There. SPY 577.75. Okay, so, and if we say till when is the question? So I mean, we could get the push up, then this week is over, and then let's say October 17th is too soon. I mean, we're on an hourly chart here, yeah. 18th would still work, yeah. So there, if we October 18th in SPY, if we buy the 578, so if we buy 578 and we sell the 580, oops, buy and sell the 580, sell 578, sorry, sell 570, buy the 580. That seems wrong. What am I, so how's the profile of that one then? I don't know why it shows a credit, because we have 41 risk here. Oh, that's actually, no, that's actually a move I don't want to make, because somebody could exercise the short leg sooner, and then the whole trade falls apart. But we basically would get credit here because we already are underwater, yeah. No, that's not a play I want to make. The other one is like sell the 578 put. Okay, let's check that. If we sell the 578 put and we buy the 579 put, then we actually have $16 debit, and if we're right, we have a $80 payout, so that definitely works. Yeah, so make that, so $16, let's say 50, so 3, yeah. So let's assume we're right here, and again, October 18th, yep, submit order.
Order filled.
There we go. So we have our, and I'm just gonna open it in the builder and save it. So we have the 579, 3 pieces, up, put for 1.12. And the 578, where we also have 3 pieces for 0.96. Okay, so now I can save that trade. And a few safe trades. We still have Intel is still on, but it's gonna be red. Novavax is still on. Novavax, we have to check out the chart then. And Grab is still on long term, yeah. So yeah, so again, either we still get another push here, so there's a correction finished here and we get another push here, or we are already done here, and then we should overall retrace at least to the 577.75. So potentially, if we look at that, the table looks like this. So if we reach the 577.75, yeah, 577, we can see that for the $48 risk, we have basically up to $250 payout if we are right and we go down in time. If we first go up, then we can see if today we were going up, then we get into this area here where we had a small loss. And again, maximum loss is $48 on this trade. And if, yeah, like so, the whole thing is, tomorrow, if we are overall going down a little bit, we would also be able to get out of the trade with a small profit. And even on, wait, today is, oh, it's Tuesday. I thought it's already Wednesday. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Me and the weekdays, the 7 confusing weekdays. So yeah, so tomorrow would be Wednesday. That means Thursday we could also potentially still get out depending on how it works, and on Friday. So either on Thursday we cut our losses, but then we also, if I'm wrong, we probably also already anyway at the maximum loss possible, so $48. But yeah, so I think that's decent play, although again only with like small money here. GameStop, we can check. I think the volatility might be up a little bit, so we might be able to roll our options. So if we were to, for October 18, we have the $30 call as usual, and we would make an astonishing, anyway, some very, very small profit if we close that out right now. So I'm not sell, but buy. So the $30, if we buy that 5 times, yeah. And on the other hand, for next week, if we sell that 5 times, we are looking at, wait, let's make this 1 and 1, and then here we make it 5. So we're looking at an $85 credit if we roll them already now, and I think we can do that. So basically, I mean, it's early. It's tricky because on one hand, with that upwards movement, the option prices for next week get better, but it also means that obviously the price or rate for our current options is not that good anymore. If we wait, we probably on Friday, because there's also shorter time left, we'll get less. Now we're gonna wait, so to ideally buy them back for $1 per piece instead of for $6 per piece, yeah, and or 5. So to potentially so realize the full $40-50 here for this week, and then just get a $40-50 for next week. So that's okay. And now, what did we say? Novavax, yeah. Yeah, remains to be seen. So if that 15th, yeah. So if that here turns into an upwards move or not, to mark the end of the correction. So as long as we don't break below 1171, we're good here. And I think that's it then, or not? So we have a new very small play with SPY, which is going to be interesting to see if we are right or wrong here. Till the 18th, reasonable assumption if we are indeed correcting already. So, and if not, we get another push maybe till here, which should then probably happen, or ideally happen already today. And then we're correcting, which might still work out to finish up till the 18th. So till here. And even if we don't go all the way down, we still, yeah, on Friday we would need to be at least at 580. Yeah, so at least here for it to be a profitable play. But yeah, the risk is $48, so it's really not that bad. If I'm wrong, only have to be right like 1 out of 5 times to make this worth it. Yeah, and I think that's it for today, so I can jump into a few other things. It's nice to have another green day and to see the portfolio moving a little bit up, although we've been moving sideways for quite some times in the balance. On the other hand, however, we also used option premiums and so on to increase our positions in certain stocks and reduce our averages in certain stocks, so it's also not too bad. But yeah, we'll have to be patient and hold on and wait and whatnot. Yeah, I have to get used to and accept the fact that things are moving a little bit slower when one does not trade with, yeah, like huge positions with huge leverage. But on the other hand, slow and steady wins the race over huge 4-digit or even 5-digit swings in the portfolio. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. Olga, by the way, thanks for joining the Discord server. It took me, as I shared today, a while to recognize the Discord username, you know, even though it's exactly the same as your YouTube username. My wife is laughing in the background. Yeah, I really just realized it today. So yeah, great to see you there. So we can chat a little bit there as well. And yeah, everyone else, thanks for stopping by as well. Don't forget, like, subscribe, enable notifications, and then see you all tomorrow, hopefully a little bit less confused with another episode of Daily Market Mastery. Till then, bye-bye.